Thank you so much, Sriram. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Sorry, didn't realize my YouTube was off. The output was not going on. And yeah, the mic was for some reason wasn't working all of a sudden. Okay. Can you hear me now? Things are good. Like you can hear the audio properly, everything is good. Let's see, move this a bit down. Okay. Okay, you guys can hear everything, right? Okay, nice. Dude, I've worked for a consulting company, Infi, and yeah, that's and I have with this work, and I have like a couple of other things going on the side. So why moving mouse? Howdy Rover, howdy Wrench, howdy Shiram, Beyond XT. So okay, so welcome to day three of our Advent of Cyber celebration. Let's get going here because and I will let you guys know maybe from tomorrow the timings might change a bit as I have like yeah, just like because of the work I might have to make certain changes. Wait, is the mic off again or actually is just having fun? Okay, you can hear me, right? That's good. Nice, nice. Okay, so we are at Advent of Cyber. Join for free. Anyone can join, right? Continue our learning. Going down to I have to go like this. Splunk basics. Did you see? Was that? Oh, you finished Day 3. Nice. Oh, nice. Even Wrench completed it. That's a shocker. Okay. So Splunk basics. Splunk is basically a SIEM system, which a SIEM system is basically any type of event that happens in your all organization's IT infrastructure. For example, login. Somebody did a correct login. Somebody tried doing somebody tried doing like a password basically tried to do forget password blah blah blah, and we got a boy Mad Hat, one of the best streamers. Beautiful thing about Mad Hat, if you go during his live streams, he will look at the chat, he will respond even though he's like such a big guy. He takes care of people a lot. I love able to almost chat with him on his stream, so it's very nice. You are a new bro. Oh man, that's good. That's good. So we have him as well as I don't know who this is. Cyber Eye. Okay. And Matt had his 163K man. Oh, thank you so much, man. Okay. So let's get started with our day 3 of Advent of Cyber SIEM basics or Splunk basics. Before that, like let me ask you a quick thing. Has anybody attempted side quest yet? Wrench, were you able to complete it? I will oil up. Okay, jokes apart. Let's get started with task 1 of Splunk basics. No worries, man. I will help you. I will help you. We'll go over line by line for every single thing and try to get everything done. Oh, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Okay, introduction. It's almost Christmas in Wareville, and the team of the best festival company, TBFC, is busy preparing for the big celebration. Everything is running smoothly until the SOC dashboard flashed red. A ransom message suddenly appears. Attack 1,000 Hopsec coins for Mexkity or Sokmas ends tonight. The message comes from King Malhare, the jealous ruler of Hopsec Island, who's tired of Easter being forgotten. He has sent his bandit bunnies to attack TPFC's system and turn Christmas into a new holiday, Eastmas. Yo, you studying for maths? All the best, bro. With Max Kitties missing and the network under attack, the TBFC SOC team will utilize Splunk to determine how ransomware infiltrated the system and prevent King Malware's plan from being compromised before Christmas. Learning objective: ingest and interpret custom log data in Splunk, create and apply custom field extractions, use search processing language to filter and refine search results, conduct an investigation with Splunk to uncover key insights. So, connect to the machine before moving forward, review the question. So, we have virtual machine today, and a direct link will be provided. No need to do a VM or anything. Start your virtual machine by clicking the start machine button below. It will take a couple of minutes. Once, hey buddy, I'm good. How are you doing? Once the machine is up and running, you can connect to Splunk SIEM by visiting this link in your browser. If you get a 502 when accessing the link, please give Splunk instance more time to fully boot up. So let's start with that. Okay, going quickly later here. I successfully have access to Splunk instance. Check. Exploring the log. So before till it will take time, right? We'll just keep moving forward. Exploring the logs. In the Splunk instance, the data has been pre-ingested for us to investigate the incident. On the Splunk interface, click on Search and Reporting on the left panel as shown below. Okay, we have Search and Reporting in Splunk. On the next page, type index equals main in the search bar to show all ingested logs. Note that we will need to select all time, the one here, this guy here, for the time frame, as the time frame from the drop down on the right of the search bar. After running the query, we will be presented with two separate data sets that have been pre-ingested into Splunk. We can verify this by clicking source type field in the field list on the left of the page. So when we go to source type on the left, we have web traffic and firewall logs. I'll move this a bit up too, so which can be seen as well. Okay, the two data sets are as follow. The two data sets are as follow. Web traffic. This data source contains events related to web connection to and from the web server. And then we have firewall logs. This source contains firewall logs showing the traffic allowed or blocked. The local IP assigned to the web server is 10, 10, 1, and 15. Okay, and we can just go to this machine now. One sec, I'll go up a bit just to make sure this is now available to us. Reverse proxy, cell prod C. So it's a prod US East 1D. Splunk interface, nice. Enterprise, not interface. Let's explore the logs. Does Splunk collect these logs data automatically? Splunk There, as far as I know, I'm not sure exactly if Splunk also collects the data. There are thousands of ways to collect data, honestly. Everybody have their, like, you can just, at the end of the day, you just need to collect data from either, I think Splunk can do it, or it might have some extension or something, or you can just do log stash, or there are thousands of other ones. To collect data, more important part is like to store it in a format that Splunk can read it. That's more important. So many hearts. Thank you. Okay, the initial triage. Start a basic search across. Oh, we did. We were. Yeah. Oh, what is that? Oh, thank you for following me. Thank you. Alone Island. Oh, hey, what's up? So let's explore the logs and investigate the attacks on our servers to identify the culprit. Now scraping encrypted data, so data because quantum. Oh yeah, big time, big time. Hey, Alone Island, what's up? Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the CH family. I saw the stuff in Discord. Nice. So, initial triage. Start a basic search across. Let me move this a bit here so everybody can see. It's easier to see now, hopefully. Initial triage. Start a basic search across the index using your custom source type web traffic. I have no idea what chronicle like. What do you mean by chronicle? Like, is that a software? This one? This is more for trading, boss. Splunk is, I will say, if you want to think Splunk, nearest one, another for Splunk will be ELK stack. Oh, there is a Chronicles Zeem. Then yes, base Splunk is basically like a SIEM system. Yes, very similar to ELK. Okay, start a basic search across the index using your custom source type using the following query. Search query index main source type web traffic. So we have index as the main, source type as web traffic. Second we see is time frame. Third is okay how much data was generated overall was like the spike. Then we have various fields, selected fields and interesting fields. And then we have this for data. Hmm. Okay, nice. Let's break down our results for better understanding. I don't know. Maybe we can check. I think you can get like multiple tickets on some days, probably. Okay, so first we have the search query. This query retrieves all events from main index that were tagged with custom source type web traffic. This marks the beginning of the investigation. Okay, it's okay, I see. So here first is the first one. Okay, I'll try to first focus on this, lads, and I will look at all the chats later. Let's try to complete this first. Okay, the query retrieves all events from the main index that were tagged with the custom source type web traffic. Here, this marks the beginning of the investigation. Time range. The time range is currently set to all time. In security analysis, this range would be tightened. The example, the spike window after initial data loading. So this is based on like when the data is loaded, they see all the data, like from where the time frame and everything. Then it will be available. Then the timeline, the visual histogram shows the distribution of 17,000. Jinseo, thank you for following it. Um, Shows the distribution of 17,172 events over time. The graph indicates the successful daily log volume followed by distinctive traffic spike, a period of high activity, likely the attack window. So based on this, you can easily look at when most events were happening, and because of that, you can tell, okay, when probably this is probably a time when attack was happening, because those that spikes all in events happening, right? Like, oh, you entered the wrong password, try to reset the password, those type of things, or IP blocked, all those stuff. Selected fields. These fields these are the fields currently chosen to be displayed in the summary column of the event list: host, source, and source type. This represents basic metadata of the log file itself. So in the log file, right, there is like, okay, date, there is IP address of the host, IP address of the source. For example, if you're on Facebook, there could be thousands of servers. Which servers, so which host produced this I what's this called, log, and what was the source, right? Which source IP was trying to hit this host, stuff like that. Source type. Um, Interesting fields. This pane lists all fields that Splunk has automatically extracted or manually added. Fields prefixed with this hash, example data, are automatically generated by Splunk's time commands. The presence of user agent, path, and client IP confirms the successful parsing of the web log structure. So that means that the log file, Shriram, going back to your thing, right? The log file was in the right format that Splunk could read. So that this is confirms that our log file was actually in the right format. Event details and field extraction. This section, this section shows the past details of single event with extracted fields like user agent, path, status, client IP, and more. Now that we have an understanding of Splunk layout and how to read the logs in Splunk, let's continue our analysis of the logs. Visualizing the logs timeline. So our system is here, right? Quickly, if we just look here, index main, all time. So we see the same stuff that's happening. So at least we are on the right path. Visualizing the logs timeline. Let's start the total event count over time, grouped by day, to determine the number of events captured per day. So count over time, grouped by day. So all the day total number of events happening per day. This will help us identify the day that received an abnormal number of logs. You should get goals. Index mean, source, web traffic, time chart, span equals 1 day and count. So in the correct time frame we have selected, divided based on every single day. Like for example, we see 2020 10. So 20th October, 6th of October, and sort based on which will have the smallest count or the highest count, right? So we can just do this as well. Have a quick look. First, let's do the source type as web traffic. Do a quick statistics patterns. No, okay. So we have so much data, right? From 20th October, blah blah blah. Keep going to so many pages. Now we'll just time chart it, span 1 day, count. This is basically, if you want to think, this will actually be converted into a SQL query, right? And yeah. So if you see here, there is count. Let's count 595, 595, 479. I'll just click here. You can see 12th of October had the most. And like that actually, like it shows. So 13th, 11th, 14, right? and then 10th and 12th. All these are like super big compared to, let's say, 500 or 400 daily to almost four times the amount. And then there is sort by count. So we can just, instead of like writing this, we can just do the way we did. I just did, or I can just give you this sort by count or sort count, sort by count. Okay, here we go. Sort by count. And I think I have to do descending, maybe reverse. Okay. So with reverse, it will be in the descending order. I love the fact they have like auto prompts or suggestions already coming. The above results are showing the event logs captured per day. This would be interesting as we can see some days getting a high volume, almost the four times of logs compared to others. What keyboard are you using? I'm just using a Dell one, man. Just a mechanical Dell one. We can also click on Visualization tab to examine the graphs for better representation as shown below. So when we go here, Visualization, yeah, here you guys can see it's like four times the amount. It's crazy. So we can append the reverse function at the end of the display to display the results in descending order, showing the day with the maximum number of events at the beginning. So that's what we did with the reverse, right? We saw 2012 on 10th, and then 10th and 14th October were the big one. This is a clear period of intense activity during which King Malhare launched his main attack phase, or we can assume this would be the day. Anomaly detection, my favorite topic of all time. Now that we have examined the days with the abnormal logs using the table and the graph, let's use the same search query to examine various fields to hunt for suspicious values. We need to go back to the events tab to continue. Now that we have examined the days with the abnormal logs using the table and graph, let's do the search query to examine various fields to hunt. Okay, so we have user agent. Let's click on the user agent field in the left panel as shown below. It will show us the details about the user agent captured so far. So if we go to events, user agent here, top 10 values. So Mozilla is the big one, or iPhone OS. Then we have Windows NT. Then we have the Macintosh. Okay. Upon closer examination, it becomes clear that apart from legitimate user agents like Mozilla's variants, we are receiving a large amount of suspicious ones, which we will need to investigate further. We have like interestingly like SQL map, as you can see. Those are also interesting. Automated SQL injection is another one. So like these could be just users, and this is might be our like Python request unusual ones. Client IP. The second field we will examine is the client IP, which contains the IP address. Oh, so which contains the IP address of the clients accessing the web server. We can immediately see how one particular IP address standing out, which we will investigate further. So we have client IP here. So this one is at 7,000. Others are like 333. This one, this dude is interestingly super high. Then we have the path. The third field we will examine is the path, which contains the URI being requested. URI is basically, let's say, URI is like, any resource on your server, similar to like a URL, very similar to the URL, same idea almost. Because the URL is also like a resource, a page on your server, which contains the URI being requested and accessed by the client's IP. The results shown below indicate some attacks worth investigating. So we have download file one. So request path here. So you see all the paths we have index. Is This is why we don't make much noise in the information. Oh yes. So download file etc password. This is basically interesting because these are like almost the SQL injection attack is trying to happen here, right? Filtering out Benning values. Benning, 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 Benning. Yeah, Benning values. Dude, my English is gone. We know King Malhari's bunnies use scripts and tools, now not standard browsers. Let's filter out all the standard traffic. Let's exclude common legitimate user agents like the Mozilla, Safari, Chrome, right? All those ones we are going to remove. The following query will remove legitimate user agents from the results and only show the suspicious ones, which we will further investigate. Search query will become, we had web traffic, right? That remains same, but now the user agent should not contain Mozilla, Chrome, Safari, or Firefox. So we'll remove this and go like this. Wow. Okay. We can do it even further, but I think that won't be much necessary. So we have 8 user agent and it's like wget, so that's still like important to look into. Okay. We have the client IP. There is only one client IP. You guys see this? Only one client IP, 8 user agents. That's actually nice. So just this IP specifically. The output reveals interesting results. By clicking on the client IP field, we can see a single IP address being responsible for all suspicious user agents. Let's note that down for further investigation and filter the uh, redacted re wait redacted portions of the upcoming queries with that IP. How do you say this one? Boldo
Redacted. Redacted.
redacted. Redacted. Okay, same thing. Dude, English is way more tough than Python and these hacking things, man. Like, what is the point of having an H when you can't say it in honest? Who comes up with these things? Narrowing down suspicious IPs. In real world scenarios, we often encounter various IP addresses constantly attacking. Yeah, in real world scenarios, we often encounter various IP addresses constantly attempting to attack our servers. To narrow down on the IP address that do not send requests from common desktop or mobile, we can use the following query. Stats count by this. Okay, let's see. And this is a real world one. So we have source type, user agent. Till this we already did. Stats count by client IP. Okay, count the number of client IP we see. Source sort count, and then we have head 5. So probably the top 5 answers of this. But we just need one. The result confirms the top IP address used by the bandit bunnies in the search query. The dash in the sort count part will sort the results by count in the reverse order. Is the same as using the reverse function. Let's pick up the IP address and filter out to see what the footprints of the activities were captured, right? Okay, tracing the attack chain. This is nice. We will now focus on the selected attacker IP to trace their steps chronologically, confirming the type of multiple tools and payloads. Don't forget to replace redacted redacted with the IP we have noted down. So let's note down this IP first. Let me note it down somewhere. I'll just put it here in the chat. Easy for me to remember. Okay, so this is the IP we noted down. And let me drink some water first. My throat is going again. What a great time to have throat issues. Okay, reconnaissance, footprinting. So we will start searching for the initial probing of the exposed configuration files using the query below. So we have the source type, client IP, which we found, the path, environment, PHP info, .git, or any of these, right? Table, time, path, user agent, and stats. So create a table with the time, the path that was requested, user agent, and the status of it. Whether it was successful, blah blah blah. 200. What was the stuff? Okay, copy this. Oh, so we see 20th October. Git config, PHP info, environment. Okay, this is nice. Maybe change it a bit more, but okay, this is fine. The results confirm the attacker used low-level tools like curl, wget, like those commands, and was met with 404 not found, 403 or 401 with unauthorized and stuff. Enumeration, vulnerability testing. Yeah. That's like the whole attack chain, like trying to figure out what exactly happened, right? Helps a lot, big time. Search for common path traversals and open redirect vulnerabilities. So we have again the IP and the path. So this can be any path now with dot dot or path redirect where things went redirected. Okay, copy this. So and this, right? So we have the IP address and path either dot dot or path was redirected. So we see download file is one of them. Download file password. There is password. Evil site, redirect to the evil site. Okay. Evil dot site. Okay. Those are the two big things I see. They were trying to get the passwords and stuff. And before get, this is the IP address of the this one. Okay. The output shows the resources the attacker is trying to access. Let's update the search query to get the count of the resources required by the attacker. This search query is filtering on the path that contains either the dot dot or the term redirect in its as shown below. This is done to look for footprinting of path traversal attempts to basically come out of the current directory. Two, we need to update in the search query to escape the characters like these. Okay, I don't get this part. Okay, sorry, once again. The search query is filtering on the paths that contain this or path redirect in the shown. This is done to look for footprinting of path traversal attempts this. We need to update the search query to escape the characters like okay, we'll do that. Let's do that. And path this one or redirect stat count by path. Okay. Okay, we just have this, right? So these two paths. Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Quite interesting results. Reveal attempts to read system files following the attacker moved beyond simple scanning to achieve vulnerability testing. SQL injection attacks. Find the automated attack tool and its payload by using the query below. So we saw it was SQL map, one of the things, and SQL injection was happening, and high vidge. I've never used that one. We saw that in our initial scan during the user agent by using the query here. So we update our query. So this one went from just simple to I recommend checking the question because some of the answer you already went past. Yeah, I think like the IP address and all those, right? I believe. Let's do a quick that as well. What is the attacker IP address? Yes, let's do that. Thank you so much, man. Which, uh, let me just pin this for now. Easiest way if I can remember things. So we have 198.51.100 and what is it? 155. Was that Rover? I have them. I'm going to share the screenshot, continue with the lesson. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Okay, let's continue with the lesson. Yes, yes. Okay, so SQL injection attack, right? We have user agent, which is either SQL maps or Havage, time, path, status. Above result confirms the use of SQL injection and specific attack strings like sleep 5. A 504 status code often confirms a successful time-based SQL injection attack. So we see like status here 504, search this one, sleep, test, and all this one 504. All these were possible. So, oh, great job. Nice, nice, bro. Exfiltration attempts. Search for attempts to download large sensitive files like backup logs. We can use the query below. So we have source type, client, and path in these two, right? Log star gz, the logs zip folder, and the backup zip folder. So we'll do this and user agent and stuff. So let's do this. Okay. So basically, they try to achieve this as well. And this one, I want to see the maybe status code as well. So status, this was so this was downloaded successfully from 403 to almost 200. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. Splunk medium level, nice, bro. There are a lot of certificates if you guys are interested in Splunk and SOC. There's a lot of good stuff I saw yesterday. The results indicate the attacker was exfiltrating large chunks of compressed files using tools like curl, ggrab, zgrab, and more. We can confirm the details about these connections in the firewall logs. Gonna go, mate. Oh, nice chat with you, man. All the best. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Have a good day. So, ransomware staging and RCE. Requests for sensitive archives like these and config indicate the attacker is gathering data for double extortion. In the logs, we identified some requests related to bunnylock and shell.php. So yes, we saw that the attacker was trying to get these, right? Double extortion. In the logs, we identify some requests related to this. Let's use the following query to see what those search queries were about. Okay, so we look into bunnylog.bin or shell.php with the command, right? And then come up with that. Okay. Shell command, who am I? Bin, bunnylog.bin. Okay. For some reason, I feel bunnylog.bin, if you go on GitHub, you might find bunnylog.bin, right? They might have some chmod executable bunnylog.bin. Okay. So they were trying to get this thing in. Holy. The above results clearly confirm a successful web shell. The attacker has gained full control over the web server and is also able to run commands. This type of attack is called remote code execution, where remotely you don't have to be on this computer, right, or that server to run that. Remotely, you are able to execute some commands. The execution of shell.php command bunny.login indicates a ransomware like program executed on the server. Correlate outbound C2 communication. We pivot the search to the firewall logs using compromised server IP, this as the source and the attacker IP as the destination. So we have the source IP and the destination IP, and the action was allowed. That's another interesting thing we have to put. Why the source IP is this? Because that is the IP of our server. I'll just put it here for a second, and then so now from web traffic, we are moving to source or firewall log source type. So this action was allowed TCP, I source IP was this, destination IP, destination port, and C2 contact. This is actually very interesting. C2 is also command and control. So like able to like command from control command a bot or any server and control all its features, like execute this, give me a screenshot of someone's I what's this called, wherever the server you are on, whichever computer, give me a screenshot of that, all those things. So we pivot the search here with the compromised IP server. This query proves that the server immediately established an outbound connection to the attacker's C2 IP on the suspicious destination port. The action was allowed, and the reason was C2 contact fields confirmed the malware communication channel was active. Volume of data exfiltrated. We can also use the sum function to calculate the sum of the bytes transferred using the bytes transferred field as shown below. Search query source type is this, destination type whichever it is, and action was allowed. Status bytes transferred by source IPs. So we just start changing from table to show us the statistics of total sum of bytes transferred, right? Oh my god, 126,000 and then 167. Damn, big stuff, big stuff. The results show a huge huh, hug hug volume. Is that even a word or is actually like a typo? Hug is a male given. It should be huge, right? Huh. So we'll say uh, shows a hug volume of data transferred from the compromised web server to C2 server. Conclusion: identity found. The attacker was identified as via the highest volume of malicious web traffic originated from the external IP. The attack followed a clear progression in the web logs, right? So we were able to find that okay, this person first tried to do a find these paths, then do a SQL injection attack using the HWIG or whatever that SQL map and the other one is, right? And then was able to execute something called bunnylog.in and then able to get the data like the log files or whatever he wanted, and that is proven with the last command. Intrusion vector. The attack allowed a clear proclamation of web logs. We see have Havage. Okay, thank you. Havage. Reconnaissance. Probes were initiated via curl wget command, right? Looking for configuration files and testing path traversals. Then exploitation using SQL map and specific payloads like sleep5 confirmed a successful exploitation phase. Then we were able to, then the attacker did a payload delivery by sending the bunnylog.in to our server and able to execute it, and then the C2 confirmation that it was able to control the server, execute the code, and get the data, which shows in the firewall logs, proof that post exploitation activity, the internal compromised server sent a lot of data to the attacker's IP. So, quick question I have for you: is there anything you guys don't understand? Shriram, I mentioned you mentioned that you were not able to understand couple of things. Is that like everything is clear? Is there anything you guys want me to go over? Oh, it was 14 maybe. No. So let's see. What was the date? 20th. Okay, no. 13. Is Shriram here? No. Okay, let's go back. What was our firewall or web traffic path user agent here? Yes, sir. Can you ping him? Is he here? So we have from 12th of October came over. What is the count of Havage user agent events found in the logs? Okay. So I don't have to do this, right? If I just go over, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought I remembered. So when we go HWitch automated SQL injection, we have 991. Sorry, 993. How many path traversal attempts to access sensitive files on server were observed? Path traversal on those servers. So I think web traffic. We had this one, right? Yeah. So I just think going back. So 1291. No, wait. There was something they did too after this. Sorry, one second. Oh yeah, yeah, that one. I just don't remember exactly what was the format they did. I think it was something like this, right? No, there were two of these, I believe. Yeah. Okay, path this. Why I'm such an idiot sometimes. Okay, how many path traversals are there to access sensitive files on the server of the? We have this one as well, etc password, and then there's redirect. I don't want redirect, I guess. Then we have 658. Yes, sir. Okay, examine the firewall logs. How many bytes were transferred to the C2 server IP for the compromised web server? Oh, that was a big one. I think 126 and 612, something like that. No. Upcoming volume queue filter. Oh, thank you so much, mate. Source IP this, destination IP and action was allowed. Start some but wait. Oh, the IP, yes, 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 yes. 5100 for me. 155. 198.51.155. Source IP, I think it was 10.10.1, right? Like 10.10.15, 10.10.1, 1 and 5. Destination IP action allowed. Oh, my bad. Statistics is the right way. I was looking at wrong. 126, 167, 167. Thank you so much, Robert. If you enjoyed today's room, incident handling with Splunk Room will help you with more analysis with Splunk. Okay, let's have a look at this one. And this one was done in decent time, so that's great to share later. Incident handling with Splunk, 300 minutes, so that's a big room. You're locked a streak freeze, blah blah blah. I don't care about this. Life cycle scenarios, reconnaissance phase, exploitation, installation, Action, command and control phase, weaponization phase, delivery phase. Nice. That's awesome, man. Hacker am I, hacker. Yeah, this is a good room. Like Splunk 201, and I believe there must be 101 as well. So do have a look because you guys are interested in SOC. So I'm not doing it right now, man. I have work. So yeah, yeah, all the best, man. Let me know how it is. One day, probably I will do it too. Also, Robert, quick thing. I know you were talking about SOC, right? Have a look at this as well. This is something, if you are into SOC, and this is something a lot of companies value, the Splunk certifications. Have a look into these ones as well. Nice, sir. Thank you. And yeah, that's all from today. Sorry, I came out late. It's just work. I'm getting a new project. Meetings are there, right? So I'm just in between a bunch of things. But thank you so much, lads, for joining today. And I will see you in the evening for some lead code. And here is the link for the Discord. Do join, like, share, subscribe, or not. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not your dad, right? You guys do whatever you like. But do give your loved ones a hug or tell them thank you. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. Sorry for being late because of work, but tonight I'm coming again, just like today, I will be coming again for some lead code and we'll continue with our top 150 interviews. Till then, thank you so much. Have a good day and enjoy the advent of cyber with your favorite neighborhood hacker, censored hacker, signing off with a big bye. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Wrong one. Wrong one. uh, with a big bye. Thank you so much, Les. Take two. Yep.